Hello guys, my name is Victor and I'm one of the visionaries for Realigning Your Faith, and I'm also serve as the production team lead on the team of RYF. I'm here today to talk to you guys about House of Worship. So essentially, House of Worship was something that was a vision given to the team of RYF by God, and it was just something that happened out of the blue. Essentially, we hosted something called a leadership retreat. And the purpose of the leadership retreat was to edify all our team leads because, you can't pour out from an empty vessel. So we wanted to fill ourselves up before we started to go forth and try and pour into other people. And honestly, going into the leadership retreat, we faced a lot of hardships. We initially weren't able to book a B&B for at least 2 weeks. They were just suggesting that we wanted to host a party, that you wanted to do a bunch of worldly things because it fell on the day of January 2nd. We were trying to just host a retreat for our ministry. And it was just a constant back and forth and just a lot of, seeing a lot of dead ends. And honestly, it took us down to a moment where we were like, maybe we weren't supposed to be doing this anymore. But by the grace of God, we were able to secure a location through another means. And it just gave us an ounce of hope that we needed to keep moving forward. So going into the retreat, I had an idea to host something with a tiny desk concept. I brought the vision towards the admin team, and they're down for it. Let's do it. So that was the vision. I talked to my production team. They're down for it. And I thought that was it. But going into the retreat, there was just a bunch of more hardships. The devil was really in his bag, and he really tried to distract us. Things didn't go as planned. The person that we thought was going to lead it was unable to show up. I was in the mind of, let's just not do this anymore because I thought it's just not meant to be. And our main visionary for this ministry, Emmanuel, just told me bro, I'm not gonna lie, whoever is able to show up, let's just do it. We get to the retreat, we get to the location, and boom. As soon as we get in, the first thing we do, we're touching everything, we're praying, getting the atmosphere ready for what's about to happen. And from there, honestly, all our hearts were just on a sense of relief. We weren't worried about anything anymore, and we were just ready to go. We had our main visionary for production, Mitch. Once he started setting up, he started seeing things that I didn't even see. He was able to set up lights. Then we also had another person on set, Joseph. He added his own touch. We had Doku on the set. Everybody was just colliding. I was just like, wow, I didn't expect this. I thought it was just gonna be one camera, one person behind the camera, and we shoot. But honestly, God supplied us with all our needs according to his riches in Christ's glory, just like the Bible said. We didn't expect that. And then we were able to find a drummer last second, and we were just able to go. But even going into the worship, it was just a lot. And honestly, things just went south really quickly. We started off with prayer, just get a natural flow in. We were ready to go. Literally, as soon as we got into the worship, the multi-track literally just stopped working. So we no longer had, a set means of audio, but thankfully the person behind the board, one of our production team leads, Nifemi, he was able to get a USB recording, and I had some other audio recordings, luckily from the phone. I was able to put it together. If I'm being real, I don't think it should have went anywhere else. This is the way it was meant to be, because once we started, the atmosphere shifted. Jocelyn is the person leading that you will see in the video. And honestly, we asked her to do it the day of, the minute before we started. So, number one, this band has never played together before. We didn't have any rehearsals. Production never saw the venue until 10 minutes before they got there. We set up everything in about 30 to 45 minutes. I'm telling you, everything just happened the day of. And the way our production team is, we don't like to just do things out of the blue. We like to have a set plan, know what we're doing, but honestly, we're just you know what, let God take control. Jocelyn took the mic. Once she took the mic, all she told me is, I'm singing this song, this song, this song, this song, this song. And I was just we're just gonna have to make it work. I'm hoping that because we're professional musicians, we can just take it up. But she ended up leading the songs. But once she started singing, I was playing, and honestly, I could just feel the atmosphere shift. You can just see them worshiping. I'm telling you, it was crazy. It was so unexpected. And in that moment, I was just thinking bro, if I didn't listen to God and just go through with the vision initially, y'all wouldn't have been able to see this, and this wouldn't have went the way it did. I'm telling you, this thing was so powerful. You're gonna see people crying. You're gonna see people in true worship, just surrendering to God. It was fun, but it was also a moment of surrender and true worship. But in the end, if you watch the video, bro, it was amazing. And honestly, the vision for House of Worship, for everyone watching, is honestly for you to be able to feel the presence that was in that room through the video, through what we experienced. And honestly, I just pray that God takes us to greater heights, and he continues to give us more and more blessings accordingly, and he continues to bless this ministry. Thank you for watching.